Kentucky. This is WYMT Mountain News Weekend Edition.
Good morning, I'm Taylor Upchurch. Today is Sunday, June 2nd. At least 12 people are dead and several more are injured after Friday's tragic mass shooting in Virginia Beach, Virginia. New details are beginning to emerge, but investigators are still working to determine exactly what happened and why. Steve Nance has the latest details.
We will not be defined by this horror. We will go forward.
A community in mourning and in shock, searching for answers.
I would ask all of you that are viewing this today to continue to please lift up Virginia Beach, continue to lift up these victims and their families.
Police say that Friday afternoon, a 40-year-old engineer in the city's public utilities department opened fire inside a Virginia Beach Municipal Center building. On Saturday, officials revealed the names of those who lost their lives.
They leave a void that we will never be able to fill.
The shooter was killed in a gun battle with police, and investigators are working to discover why he may have carried out this horrific attack. One Virginia government source said the shooter was a, quote, disgruntled employee. And amidst the terror, moments of heroism. 4 officers entered the building and engaged the shooter. One officer was shot but survived thanks to his bulletproof vest. Police Chief James Cervera credits them with preventing even more deaths.
This was not what is traditionally a police-involved shooting. This was a long-term, large gunfight.
And no matter what the investigation reveals, residents say they will focus on each other, a city in need of healing.
I know what our community is made of. We will define who we are in this moment. And by defining who we are in this moment, we will come together like never before.
I'm Steve Nandis reporting.
A remembrance for the victims will be held at the Virginia Beach Municipal Building on Thursday night. And now let's check in with meteorologist Kelly McShane for a look at your forecast this morning. Kelly, what can folks expect as they travel out to church today?
Well, a little bit of patchy fog, but overall not as bad as what we saw yesterday morning. But let's go ahead and take you to a couple webcams. You can see in McKee and Jackson County a little bit of fog, but that's starting to get out of there in Jackson County, and that's going to be the trend in the next couple of minutes. WYMT studio, not looking at too much fog here. I know there was a little bit just a few hours ago, but as the time progresses, we're going to see that fog go ahead and get on out of here, making way for mostly sunny skies. Now I say mostly sunny because we are seeing a thunderstorm move through Wayne and Pulaski County right now. So overall, most of us dry, just a little thunderstorm passing through, nothing to worry about this morning. Those temperatures around the region, we are in the upper 50s to low 60s. A few of us into those upper 60s, but over into Middlesboro, Harlan, we're a little bit cooler, but then into the Big Sandy region, we are a little bit warmer, and the temperature trend is the big story for the next couple of days, and I'll have all of those details in just a little bit. Taylor.
All right, thank you, Kelly. Yesterday, we were given the name of the person killed in a Morgan County crash on Friday. Robin Holbrook was just 58 years old. The crash happened near White Oak Road, and Kentucky State Police say Holbrook was trying to pass a car when he hit another vehicle. And a body was found in a rural part of Mingo County, West Virginia on Saturday morning. West Virginia State Police say the body of Jimmy Murphy was found in the Sprigg area just before noon. Murphy, who was just 71 years old, had been missing from the Matewan area since Wednesday after he never came back from a four-wheeler ride. Troopers did not release a cause of death. And Knox County deputies arrested 2 men on Friday afternoon after a traffic stop. Deputies say they pulled over a driver on Poplar Grove, Church Road, and noticed the passengers looked like they were hiding something. After searching the car, they found meth, marijuana, scales, a pipe, and about $11,000. Deputies arrested Tony Couch from Corbin and charged him with drug trafficking and possession, among other charges. Another passenger, Elmer Burnett, was also arrested. And Kentucky State Police say 5 people were arrested on drug-related charges in Rowan County. The arrest started when a trooper pulled over a driver on Thursday along I-64. Inside, troopers found 2 pounds of heroin, a gun, and more than $7,000. The arrest led to police serving a search warrant at a home in Rowan County where they found cocaine, heroin, marijuana, and cash. Police say the drugs found at the home were worth about $160,000 when sold on the street. Police arrested Dominic Adams, Moses Wright, Andre Hall, LaShawn Moore, and Thomas Wallace on drug charges. All 5 were charged with drug trafficking and engaging in organized crime. A mugshot of Dominic Adams is not available at this time. The group was taken to the Rowan County Detention Center. An interest in plant-based protein is growing so rapidly, it's piqued the Colonel's interest. Kentucky Fried Chicken President Kevin Hochman tells CNN the chain is watching the trend closely. So far, some fast food chains have started using meatless meat as an alternative to beef or sausage. Burger King plans to roll out its meatless Whopper this year. Some analysts believe the meat substitute market will reach $2.5 billion in the U.S. and $23 billion globally by 2023. Hochman says even though KFC doesn't see chicken as being a major part of that trend at the moment, the restaurant is monitoring the industry and learning as much as it can. Perry County kicked off its annual Relay for Life fundraiser yesterday afternoon. The community gathered at the Perry County Park to support cancer survivors or ones who've lost their battle. Booths from different businesses lined the track in hopes to raise money for cancer research.
It being like a kind of a big fair almost, you know, and everybody getting together for one reason, and that's to celebrate these survivors' lives, but also to raise money to help find a cure.
Walkers say the Relay for Life extended well into the night and ended just a couple hours ago. And Eastern Kentuckians are known for their giving hearts. And in Floyd County, the Wheelwright community is stepping up to help one of their own. WYMT's Marianne Fletcher shows us how.
Eastern Kentucky is full of tight-knit communities.
But it could be any of us.
Intertwining family and friends as one.
They're same as family to me.
John Myers was using his wife's family's car when it burned to the ground in Wheelwright. Those who know him wanted to help.
I come out to support the family for John. They're wonderful people.
And many who didn't still pitched in for the cause.
And that's what everybody needs to do. That's what the Lord would want us to do.
After Debbie Thornsberry's son died, she says she knows all too well how this family feels.
We didn't have anything, you know, but they come together for us, so I know the feeling.
Raising around $2,000 through selling more than 150 dinners.
For the cause, it couldn't be for nobody no better than John and Tammy.
Organizers say they sold dinners to more than just Floyd County folks.
God is good, so there's no doubt in my mind that he ain't going to take care of them.
A true testament of the bond between these county lines. In Floyd County, Marianne Fletcher, WYMT Mountain News.
Organizers tell us they did not tell the family about the fundraiser until they were ready to present them with the money to buy a new vehicle. They told the family around 5 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And friends and family enjoyed the weekend weather with a soccer tournament for a good cause in Pikeville. In 2009, Allison Berger was diagnosed with a form of brain and spinal cancer. Then in 2011, she died, but her family is making sure her memory lives on through the sport she loved. Each player wore a shirt with her jersey, number 17, on the back. Her father, Stephen Berger, says this is the perfect way to not only remember her, but thank those who were there for his family during a difficult time.
There were so many people that were there for her and so many people that just supported her and helped us, and this is the greatest place on earth.
Multiple businesses donated items for a raffle after the tournament, and those prizes were given out. All the money generated from the drawing goes straight to St. Jude's Children's Hospital. And a team of cyclists is riding 600 miles in honor of the fight for civil rights. They're calling it the Ride for Freedom Legacy Tour. The University of Dayton professor and friends stopped in Lexington. They left the National Underground Railroad Freedom Center in Cincinnati yesterday morning, and over the next 6 days are riding to the Freedom Rides Museum in Montgomery, Alabama. They say the route's a symbol so future generations can learn from the past. Their goal is to raise $100,000 to go towards the two museums and to help set up a scholarship at Dayton. They're stopping along the way at Boys and Girls Clubs of America to talk to kids about making a difference. And with the snip of a ribbon, Serenity Hills Life Center has opened the doors of hope for local women battling substance abuse in Wheeling, West Virginia. Cece Brown lost her son to a heroin overdose in a bathroom nearly 7 years ago. His death caused her to help found Ryan's Hope, an organization which raises awareness for addiction and overdose across the state.
We could have chosen to let that same hope die with us, but we didn't.
People like Brown make up contributors to this $3 million residential recovery center. West Virginia's Department of Health and Human Resources has provided a $3 million grant as well. Serenity Hills officially opens its doors to women June 10th. And also in West Virginia, Senate Republicans failed at their bid to fast-track a broad-based education proposal that would allow the state's first charter schools. Senators reconvened yesterday for their special legislative session on education. Lawmakers quickly voted down efforts to let the sweeping GOP plan pass, as well as a separate bill to create education vouchers. Democrats say the GOP proposals are a repeat of a bill that spurred a two-day teacher strike in the state of February. Coming up on Mountain News this morning, CBS's Jill Schlesinger tells us why renting is becoming more attractive to near and post-retirees.
The first half of today will be calm and dry, but changes come by the afternoon. I'll break down the rain chances in my forecast coming up next.